Hello friends, Juliana Sauber. How are you? I am so excited to bring you one of my favorite tools for health. I'm going to talk to you about quantum frequency healing with Healy. So this is the Healy. I mean, could you ask for something smaller? It Bluetooths through a phone or a tablet, so it makes it easy to use because almost everybody has a smartphone and or a tablet. I want to give you an idea of why it's important and how it works, because this technology is a new application of something we've known for many years is very effective at helping your body to be optimum and balanced, physical, mental, and emotional. So we're going to work in all three areas when we work within the healing. So let's talk about what it means to utilize frequency to support your health. Now, this is one of my favorite analogies for how Healy supports your body. So if you think about a radio, and when you have it tuned to a specific radio station, 97.7 as an example, you get a clear sound. You get a clear signal. You can hear the song or the speaker talking, and it's no problem. But then you might get out of the signal range and all of a sudden it begins to get staticky and it fades away. If you think about symptoms as static, as things that are out of tune and out of balance, we need to do something to bring it back into balance. And tuning the station, tuning the radio into another frequency, another station, so moving it to 101.4, you're going to get a clear signal again. We know by all kinds of measurements and testing and analysis that's been done over decades and decades of looking into frequency as it applies to human beings, animals, and plants, is that when you apply the right frequency, we get balance. You know it as sometimes a song comes on and sadness comes through you, or other songs come on and you just want to dance and sing and it brings you up and it lifts you. That's an example of how frequency through sound supports you. But there are many, many, many frequencies that you can't hear, millions of them, that can bring you into balance or out of balance. And because every single human being is a different frequency signature, you need different things to bring you into balance. So you can have 10 people who have pain in their head, and it might take a different combination of frequencies to get them there. However, because there are many people that have supported Healy in creating this amazing database of over 144,000 healing frequencies, they've taken their knowledge, their expertise, their clinical experience, and they've pulled them together into programs. And these programs run the gamut of supports, physical, mental, and emotional. I'll mention some of those programs here in a little bit, but I want to continue along the idea of how does Healy support your body. So Healy has three methodologies to support your body. One is microcurrent with frequency over the top of it, and this frequency is scalar waveform. So you might want to look up scalar waveform. This is the quantum waveform. It is a tall, narrow wave which oscillates much faster, where you might have a waveform that gives you, say, 10 oscillations a second. Healy can give you 1,000 oscillations a second, so your impacts are faster. And the microcurrent goes through wires, which can be conducted through a wrist strap or through diode pads, the sticky pads. That means you can target specific areas. If you want to support your shoulder in reducing pain, place those sticky pads right on the shoulder. But if you want a more all-over support, place those wrist straps on. And you're going to be benefiting your body in a lot of different ways. So Dr. Carolyn McMakin lent us her technology for Healy, and the Healy team added their quantum knowledge on top of it. So it makes it even better. What does it do? Science has shown, studies have shown that a few things happen. We see an increase in amino acid uptake. Now, what do amino acids do? Among other things, they build proteins. Proteins are the building block for your physical body. Every single part of it is proteins. We see a 40% increase potential in amino acid uptake, and up to 70% increase in protein synthesis. And here's an even cooler part. Inside every cell is a power generator, a battery, if you will. We call it ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is your energy vortex. This is your generator in each and every cell. And just like your cell phone sometimes needs to be charged up, the physical body needs to be charged up. It needs an extra charge. Now, how we would do that is get some sunshine, take a walk in the woods, eat a really nourishing meal, get some rest, drink clear, clean water. We can do that too with microcurrent. We do it fast and effective. It's really quite incredible. You can feel the effects of the microcurrent while the program is running. So that is one. The second piece of it is magnetic. Now, the human body is magnetic. We have magnets in our eyes. We have magnets in our pineal gland. Some people's magnets work better than others. You might know people that can tell you exactly which way north is. Birds have them. Human beings have them. Because we are energy, right? Human body's energy. I'm sure you've been zapped, whether you've been zapped by a plug or a balloon rubbed on your hair. You can feel that electrical charge transfer. Electricity is also magnetism. So we need to work on the magnetic part of the body. So they have developed a Tesla coil. Here it is. It attaches to that Healy box that I showed you. Now, these two coils are at 182 degrees of each other, and they produce a field, which is considered a 0-point field. This is a quantum reference, a 0-point field. And if you think about it as the field of all potential, a reset button. You know, like when you press the reset button on your computer, press and hold it, and it resets it and recharges your computer starts back up again, and whatever that error was, it's gone, right? This does something similar. So it just plugs right into that Healy, and you can clip it right to your shirt, tuck it in your pocket, and turn on one of the programs, and it will be sending you frequency. The other reason we would use the coil is certain people are not amenable to microcurrent. So if you have any electrical appliances in your body, such as a pacemaker or cochlear implants, if you have metal in your body, and if you're prone to seizures, pregnant or nursing, those are the contraindications for using microcurrent. So this bypasses those contraindications. So that allows everyone to have Healy. Now, this does not replace microcurrent. It can be challenging sometimes to have the wires on, but I promise you those benefits that I talked about with the ATP and the protein synthesis are worth taking the time to plug yourself right into this. But you do it when you're watching a movie. You can be running programs for a couple of hours while you're watching movies, while you're resting. You can plug it in while you take a walk. There's lots of ways and places that you can utilize the Healy microcurrent. A more convenient, if you can't quite use the wires, would be this coil, is what we call it. And you put the coil on and you stick it in your pocket. So if say you're doing dishes, you don't really want wires on your wrists, so you run the coil. The third way is true scalar. This is quantum at its best. And the scalar waveforms, I mentioned that they oscillate much faster and go much deeper, work at beyond the cellular level. So in between each and every cell is dark matter. Well, that dark matter is the charge potential. That is the energy. That is the frequency of the planet, the galaxy, you as an individual, and everyone else and every other thing has these spaces. And in these spaces, this is where the energy comes from. This is how, when I think I want to move my fingers, that's what actually moves your fingers. It is also what connects each and every one of us in this quantum universe through something called entanglement. We're all connected. And because of something that Einstein coined spooky action at a distance, as shown by the double slit experiment, a photon, when split, can affect its twin anywhere around the world. Because of these, we can also utilize the resonance piece of this, the broadcast. So just as a radio would broadcast, the Healy broadcasts frequency as well out into the universe. Now, you might say, well, that's fine, but if I'm, not next to the Healy, I don't have it in my hand, how does it find me? Because when you program yourself into the Healy database, you actually program your frequency, your individual frequency, like your thumbprint. It is unique to you, and for that reason, the Healy can find you. It has the ability to scan your information field. So everything that needs to be known about you is in your information field. It's available and accessible via frequency reading. So the Healy will then read your frequency, read your body and your information field, send that information to the database. It runs a whole lot of complicated algorithms, and it returns a recommendation for programs based on your need at this very moment in prioritization. So if you're thinking, boy, you know what, I want to know why my stomach is bothering me, you run the scan on the Healy. It will send you a recommendation for programs, and you can vibrate that frequency back into your information field and allow for that reset, the balance, the harmonization to come through. Yes, it can be done anywhere in the world. Anywhere. So you don't have to be in proximity to the Healy to receive the benefits of it. It's super cool. I mean, I really haven't run into a whole lot else that does all of these amazing things. Let me tell you my personal experiences with the Healy. I first bought the Healy because I still dealt with headaches, and I was tired of them. I started running the Healy, and I got far more than headache relief out of it. I got emotional support. I got better sleep, deeper, more restful sleep. I get into meditation much easier, get into that theta state so much easier than I used to. I'm relaxed, and I stay relaxed because there are 23 stress-related programs within the Healy. So I talked about programs. There's over 120 of them dealing with just about anything you can imagine. It is an FDA-cleared device for pain and arthritis and other non-medical uses. So it covers pain, sleep, exhaustion, mental needs, inner unity, contentment, joy, happiness. There's well-being programs for body, mind, and spirit. All of the body parts you can imagine. It covers gastrointestinal, liver, gallbladder, all the meridian pathways, even a few that I hadn't heard about in all my studies. It has in there the programs to support sleep, to support stress. That's huge. Stress is a huge part of it. Within the deep cycle programs, which are an add-on, but so brilliant and beautiful, you can support kidneys, you can support the breath of life. They've brought in the power of 3, which brings in some of the Ayurvedic concepts. There are Bach flower remedies. There are bush flowers and gem elixirs and materia medica, Schussler salts. The list goes on. And guess what? You can also program things yourself. So I hope that this has piqued your interest in Healy. And if it has, get in touch with me or whoever sent you this video. And let's get you started. Let's either allow you to experience the beauty of Healy through a session or a one-on-one consultation, or if you're ready to dive right in. No time like the present to be in charge of your health, to be the one making the decisions. So I wish you very much health, my friend, body, mind, and spirit. It is amazing what is available to us today via Healy. I'm so thankful to the Healy team, Marcus Schmika, and the entire team of dedicated individuals who put forth a lot of heart and effort to bring this to us. It is an investment for your lifetime. Oh, and I should mention this. That database is infinitely expandable, which means you're not just buying it for you, you're buying it for anybody in your family or your circle who wants improvement in other areas of their life. All right? So hopefully that has answered some of your questions about Healy, and let us know what other questions you have, and we look forward to meeting you. Have a great day.